Hey guys, I'm Bob, the developer of Harvest Island, and I wanted to talk about Stardew Valley versus Harvest Island. I get the question a lot about how Harvest Island is just another knockoff compared to Stardew Valley, but actually it isn't, and I wrote a blog about this. So the differences between my game and Stardew Valley is that my game, it's story driven. Stardew Valley isn't story driven, it's actually open ended. So when you actually play my game, you are already given a farm and animals that you can actually already play, and if you want, you can actually upgrade your farm even more from that. And my game has like a centralized plot, so that means I have a beginning, middle, and end, and the game ends there. And Harvest Island is pretty much a farming simulator game, but has a very strong storyline, has this very strong plot, and that's a good difference between my game and Stardew Valley. And so I want to go into the game mechanics a little bit more. So fishing. This took a while to actually come up with the idea, and it's reflected on real life fishing when I used to fish with my dad. For example, during the day, you can actually catch certain types of fish. So from these two images, you can see that during the night, you can catch a rainbow smelt, but during the night, during at the beach, you can only catch a mackerel and a rockfish. So this tells the gamers that specific areas and specific bait that you use will catch different fish. And compared to Stardew Valley, it's a little bit more simplistic. You throw out a rod and a random fish is caught depending on the season you're in. And so that's a pretty good difference between my game and Stardew Valley. I did not take the mechanics. I didn't base my mechanics on Stardew Valley. And so we also have wild animals in my game, which is really important because they help you grow as a character. So for example, Will is actually the main character right here, and he actually will befriend wild animals, and if you actually max out their stats, if you pet them and give them treats, you can actually talk to Billy the goat and actually get a fatigue decrease as you progress through, as you walk around through the day. So from this image, from 15 seconds per tick to 19 seconds per tick, that means your fatigue grows slowly, which I'll talk about stamina and fatigue just a few moments. So there are a lot of wild animals in Harvest Island, and befriending them helps you improve your character. So again, just talking to Billy the goat, he will increase your efficiency of fatigue rising. There are other wild animals that can actually help you increase your stats as well. So for example, you can find an animal that helps you reduce your stamina usage while you run. There's also animals that can help you increase your max capacity of your stamina and your max capacity of the bag too. So already from the get-go, wild animal plays a really important role in Harvest Island. And not just because you want to befriend them because they are cute, but they actually help you throughout the story as well. Sometimes giving you an explored island that you can't discover on your own without befriending an animal. So stamina and fatigue. So stamina is pretty much what you need to actually use throughout your day. So if you use a tool, or if you go fishing, mining, you use stamina, or if you run. And fatigue is actually something that you accrue throughout the day. So it'll rise and rise and rise every minute that you play the game. And because of the fatigue rising, your stamina capacity is actually lowered. So for example, when you wake up during the day, you have a full stamina bar. But if you just, idly walk around the island, not using your stamina, your fatigue creeps up. So your stamina from 100% will be 70% because your fatigue is rising. So in order to, reduce that stamina, you need to eat food to help maintain your stamina throughout your game, which is an interesting mechanic that Stardew Valley doesn't even do either. So Stardew Valley has this energy bar, and this energy bar actually goes down every time you use a tool, and if you keep using it, you walk slower and then you pass out as well. But in Harvest Island, you actually don't pass out. You can actually do an all-nighter, and your fatigue will just be max, but you wouldn't black out, you wouldn't go on to the next day. The game design isn't built for that. The game design is built for you to actually play during the day and the night, and long into the night, and even to the next day, forever and ever if you want, because it feels like that's the theme of the kids. They like to spend the night and do all-nighters and stuff like that. So I took that idea and I implemented that stamina bar and that fatigue bar as well. So it's a nice little mechanic that you can try out in the demo actually. Alright, so comparing to other farming simulator games. So Harvest Island is a very unique game, and people actually see this game as a Stardew copycat, which it's not designed to be a Stardew Valley copycat, because it really focuses on the storytelling, and the farming mechanics come second. It helps support the story, but there are farming mechanics that you can actually enjoy, and I've taken roots of the mechanics from the old farming simulators like Harvest Moon and Rune Factory and still implement it into my game. So like you can still milk the cows daily, you can grow your farm, you can expand your farm, you can still harvest and grow your crops. I've really taken the farming aspects of a lot of the farming simulators and implement it in my game, but the twist of Harvest Island is that I added a centralized plot. So anytime you progress forward in the story, your farm grows just a little bit more, because you need your farm to be a little bit bigger, because your father asks you to, and there's quests and stuff like that. That's pretty much it why my game isn't a copycat of Stardew Valley. There are quite a bit more to say, but this is, I would say, like maybe half of the reason. The other half I just can't say because it'll just spoil the story of Harvest Island, and I want you guys to actually enjoy the game without me spoiling so much. And big news also as well. So I've planned the game to be very early in 2023. So it could be January, February, March, April, one of those 4 months, since my game is very close to being very finished. And I'm not too sure what date I'm gonna pick. So, yeah. Oh, and also I'll be participating in the Steam Festival from October 3rd to the 10th. So look forward to that, and I'm thinking about doing something special during that festival so that you guys could try out the game if no one has ever tried out, and it'll help with the Steam Festival a lot, because if you guys play it, that means the Steam algorithm, almighty algorithm, they would push my game to the most popular, and so maybe I'll give an extended limited time demo. That might be a good idea for you guys to play. I'm thinking about that. So I guess that's pretty much it. And if you guys haven't wishlist Harvest Island, please wishlist Harvest Island. And thank you to everyone who's been following me. It means a lot. I guess that's it. Thank you.